Okay, so imagine this for a second. Your business, right? Critical decisions, really sensitive data, maybe even stuff that's core to your culture, and it's all being processed by, well, by AI. But it's an AI that's basically a black
Yeah,
box.
you feed things in, you get things out,
Yeah,
but what happens inside? How does it actually work?
exactly. And that's kind of been the main story in AI for a while, hasn't it? You've got the huge players, OpenAI, Google, Meta, all racing to build the biggest, most powerful black box. Super impressive tech, no doubt.
Absolutely impressive, but also pretty opaque. The inner workings, the data they're trained on, often kept under wraps, very closely guarded secrets.
Right. So what if the next really big step forward wasn't another one of those black boxes? What if it was more like a set of blueprints, totally transparent?
Blueprints you can actually look at, understand, maybe even tweak yourself.
Precisely. And that's not some sci-fi future. It's actually happening right now over in Switzerland. Today, we're doing a deep dive into Apertus. It's this new large language model.
Ah, yes, Apertus. The collaboration between EPFL, ETH East Zurich,
Mhm.
the supercomputing center. Quite a lineup.
It really is. But here's the kicker.
Yeah.
It's completely open source. And get this built with public funds.
Public funds. That's
Yeah.
a significant detail right there.
It really is. So for you listening, trying to make sense of this digital world where, let's be honest, trust and transparency feel more important than ever,
Hmm.
why is this specific development such a big deal?
Hmm.
That's our mission today. We want to unpack why Apertus isn't just, another model hitting the market, why it might actually be a game changer for trust, for transparency, maybe even for this idea of digital sovereignty.
It's definitely a different flavor of AI development, worth digging into.
Okay, so let's dig in. The fundamental reason this feels like more than just another model, why it could be a real paradigm shift. It starts with the design philosophy, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's engineered, like right from the very beginning, to be enterprise-ready and privacy first. That's the core concept.
Privacy first. Let's unpack that because for a lot of businesses right now, they want to use cutting-edge AI, but they're also, understandably, worried about their data.
Of course. You've got sensitive R&D, patient records in healthcare, financial data, customer lists, you name it.
And the standard model often means sending that data where? Off to some server somewhere else, maybe even another country.
Yeah. Processed by an AI you don't fully control under regulations that might not be yours, it creates a whole host of issues. Legal headaches, compliance nightmares.
Not to mention the risk of breaches.
Exactly. So Apertus just flips that script completely. It's designed so you can run it like entirely on your own systems.
Your own infrastructure, so in your own private cloud or even on-premise servers.
Precisely. The key takeaway is your data never has to leave your direct control. That isn't just a small adjustment. It's a fundamental change in how you build trust into the system.
And you were saying this wasn't just an add-on feature, it was baked in from the start.
Totally. It's not just a claim. It's how they built it. They trained it on Switzerland's Alps supercomputer. That's a serious piece of hardware.
I heard something about the scale of that.
Over 10 million GPU hours. I mean, just think about the sheer computational effort and energy involved. That signals a huge commitment to making it robust.
Wow, okay.
And it's not just the compute power. The transparency carries through. The training data is open. You can actually audit it. And crucially, it was designed from day one to comply with Swiss data protection and copyright laws.
Which are known for being pretty stringent.
Some of the strictest in the world, yeah. So that legal and ethical foundation, it provides this layer of assurance that's, frankly, quite rare.
That assurance makes perfect sense for, say, big banks or hospitals.
Right.
But let me ask you this, practically speaking, for maybe a medium-sized company, is running something like Apertus on their own infrastructure, is that a massive technical challenge? Or is it becoming more feasible?
That's a really good question because it gets to usability. Look, running any large language model needs resources, let's be clear. But the fact that it's open source, the way it's designed, it actually lowers that barrier significantly compared to trying to build something similar from scratch or relying solely on proprietary APIs.
Okay.
So for those regulated industries, banking, finance, healthcare, this ability is, well, it's a game changer. No exaggeration. They deal with incredibly sensitive data all day long.
And the idea of using advanced AI without that data ever leaving their secure environment?
It's invaluable.
Right.
Suddenly you sidestep a lot of complex data transfer agreements, regulatory gray zones. It simplifies things immensely.
Is that why the Swiss Bankers Association endorsed it?
I think that's exactly why. They didn't just give it a nod, they called it a model with great long-term potential. That's a strong statement.
Yeah.
It really shows how vital that local on-premise control is for their operations and meeting compliance.
So it really makes it a serious option for anyone where data location and control are absolutely critical.
Absolutely. Data residency is a huge factor now.
And there's another piece here beyond privacy that often gets missed but feels really important with Apertus. It's the languages, right? The multilingual aspect.
Oh, definitely. That's another standout feature.
Because most of the big models we see, they're overwhelmingly English-focused.
They are, and training effectively on diverse languages, especially ones with fewer digital resources, think Swiss German or even Romansh.
Romansh, that's a language spoken by, what, tens of thousands?
Exactly. It's incredibly difficult and expensive to train models well on languages like that. Most big commercial outfits just don't prioritize it.
So for Apertus to have, what was it, 40% of its training data as non-English,
Look, yeah,
including those, it's huge.
40%. It's a massive undertaking.
Yeah.
It means the model isn't just doing clunky translation back and forth. It's actually designed to understand the nuances, the idioms, the cultural context baked into those languages.
Why does that deep multilingual capability matter so much, though? Is it just about reaching more users, or is there something deeper?
I think it's deeper. It ties back into that theme of trust and effectiveness. It's not just about building an AI that functions, but one that connects genuinely with diverse users.
Like a customer service bot that actually gets the nuances of a complaint in Swiss German.
Exactly. Or an AI assisting with legal documents that understands the subtle differences between, say, French and German legal terminology as used in Switzerland.
Right. That context is key.
For any company working across Europe or even just within a multilingual country like Switzerland, having an AI that truly speaks the local languages, that's not just nice to have, it's a real strategic edge.
Leads to better results, more user confident.
Definitely. Higher adoption, more accuracy. It feels like it's built for the world as it actually is, you know, not just the English-speaking part of it.
That makes a lot of sense. It really highlights how much gets lost when AI is too linguistically narrow. Okay, so we have the privacy, the local control, the multilingual strength. But Apertus seems to signal something even bigger, doesn't it? A more fundamental shift.
I think so. This is where it gets really interesting, conceptually.
It feels like a move towards AI as almost a public utility, a public good, not just a tool for private profit.
That's a great way to put it. For so long, the really cutting-edge stuff has been behind corporate walls. You access it via their API on their terms.
But this project, publicly funded, completely open source, it directly challenges that whole model.
And it's not just theory. Look how quickly it's being deployed in ways that reflect that public infrastructure idea. Swisscom, for example.
Switzerland's main telecom provider.
Yeah. They've already put Apertus onto their sovereign Swiss AI platform. The whole point there is ensuring data processed using the model stays within Switzerland under Swiss law.
Keeping it local, keeping it controlled.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But crucially, it's not just locked down within Switzerland. It's available globally through platforms like Hugging Face.
Hugging Face, the big hub for open source AI models.
Right. So developers, researchers, businesses anywhere can access it, experiment with it, build on top of it. It's being shared as a foundational technology. That really democratizes access.
It really does. It reminds me of that quote from Joshua Tan, the AI advocate. He called Apertus our best proof yet that AI can be a form of public infrastructure like highways, water, or electricity. That analogy really sticks with you.
It's powerful, isn't it? Think about what that implies.
Well, if AI becomes like water or electricity.
It means maybe fundamental AI capabilities become accessible to everyone, right? Small businesses, academics, startups. They wouldn't necessarily need to build their own massive, complex AI systems from scratch.
They could just tap into this reliable, publicly backed infrastructure.
Kind of like plugging into the grid. We don't expect everyone to build their own power plant. This vision suggests a future where basic AI power is more readily available, fostering innovation everywhere, not just within a few giant corporations. It levels the playing field.
It really changes the dynamic, and that connects to this idea of digital sovereignty, too.
Well,
You have Switzerland, not a tech superpower in the same way as the US or China, but known for neutrality, precision, making this bold statement.
they're essentially saying, look, we can build world-class AI that serves our public interest, reflects our values, and we don't need to be entirely dependent on foreign tech giants and their data policies.
Taking control of their own digital future, basically. I remember that quote from Immanuel Schlag at ETH Zurich. He said, Apertus is built for the public good.
It's clearly a very intentional choice, prioritizing societal benefit, national autonomy, alongside the technological innovation.
Which brings us back to the core message, really. Whether you're running a business, working in government, or just using technology, you don't necessarily have to make this stark choice between powerful AI and controlling your data.
Or between cutting-edge tech and your own language or values. Apertus shows there's another way. Nations, institutions can build top-tier AI while holding on to principles like privacy, public service, transparency.
It's more than just code. It's like a blueprint for a different kind of AI future. More ethical, maybe, more controlled, more accessible.
It certainly asks us to think hard about what kind of AI infrastructure we actually want to build moving forward.
So let's try and wrap this up for you, our listener. We've journeyed into Apertus, this Swiss model. Key takeaways. It's open source, built for privacy from the ground up.
Publicly funded, which is huge.
Right.
Designed for trust, for data control.
And it's setting this really interesting precedent for AI potentially operating as a public utility, like core infrastructure for everyone.
Yeah, it's definitely not just a Swiss story. This model, this approach, it really could influence the global AI scene, pushing for more trust, more transparency in a field that, let's face it, could use a lot more of both. It's a genuine alternative to the black box.
Which leaves us with a final thought, something for you to maybe mull over. Will other countries, other institutions look at what Switzerland has done here and think, maybe we should do that too?
Will we see more publicly funded, open, transparent AI models emerge? Could this become the new standard, or at least a powerful competing standard, for how we develop and use AI?
How businesses approach it, how governments regulate it.
It definitely prompts us to think about the future of our interaction with technology.
Hmm.
Do we lean towards more openness, more control, more public benefit?
Lots to consider there as we all try to figure out our place in this rapidly changing digital world.